Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. On the return is Henderson. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, tempo.
On second down, here's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, block it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run with McKissick, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Fights him off. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got Blue 15.
Throwing is Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
No, check, Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56!
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return is Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger. On second down, Wilson buying time to his left. Baldwin with it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue, landing!
Again to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Given 16 yards on the play. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Hut!
Now Darnold. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold from the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. 3rd down here.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go now.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yes, and don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. It's Wilson. Escape. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, boys, go. Go, Eddie.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Again, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... They've got his man complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. play fake here on first down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, inbounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
3 down. Try it. Blue 15. Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Right side caught by Jackson. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Tempo, baby. Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10 now, Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On first down, Wilson dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 4th down, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And
that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Darnold from the red zone now. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
No, check. Patriot! Six guy, check 6. Here we go now. 319.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now. 319.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Let 89 go deep.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. David Irving in there to get him. And that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A first down throw. Darnold drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap for Darnold. A dump off to Elliott. Still fighting for more. And shedding his way forward. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again is Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Rush in. Gun. Hot.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
All right, here we go.
Darnold on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
On first down, it's Darnold. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. The point after is good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Shotgun.
They go play action with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. It's caught, locked it, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now. She's going.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Henderson. Uses the spin. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. There he goes, right side. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Henderson. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, we heavy on the edge.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Come on, in and out. Come on, tempo.
On second down, Wilson. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 14, and they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. I got motion.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold from the gun. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Eyes on 13.
Here's Darnold. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our guys.
she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least.
She's on like the 5th tune. At
Yeah,
this point.
she left scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Wilson, and this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Move 15.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, the pressure gets to him again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Oh, the return is Henderson. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, that first win remains elusive. They dropped to 0-12 now with the loss here. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.